Alright, so I'm right at that lip. That's that spot right there in the street, 2 feet deep. And then we pull back. So that's somebody's repair. So somebody paid them to do that. It's terrible. And then we pull back here. This is that other joint. You see my camera head wiggling because the pipe drops. Good 1.5 to 2 inches. And then this pipe right here is asbestos or transit, a gray looking, pretty smooth pipe. So the good thing about transit is it stays pretty smooth. It doesn't really get massive buildup. It's kind of like the first PVC, except for the joints are terrible. And so everywhere where there's a joint, like this one, there's a root. And so like even on the sides right here, the pipe starts to separate real bad because the roots are pushing through it. And you can cut this pipe with a shovel. Now, it's structurally strong, but you can still cut it with a shovel. You hit PVC or cast iron with a shovel, you might as well hit yourself in the head. Because you're not going to do much to it. But this pipe, you can. So, where's the next joint? Right here. More roots. So, just about every 10 feet.
So that's where there is a joint.
Yep.
Pipe.
Otherwise, there probably won't be anything structurally wrong or having any kind of root infiltration in it unless the pipe were to crack or, wear itself out, which is what asbestos pipe does. Wears out at the joints first because they're literally put together by asbestos pipe wrapped around the outside with tar. It doesn't last forever. But the pipe's going downhill, right? And so from the other spot out there in the road, we can reline through it and come right back up.
Can you cut down, not in the road, but like up beyond the curve and reline both ways?
So I can't line
asphalt?
that pipe that's shifted because I can't fix the shift. And so then that area where it holds the sewage right there, the liner will never cure and it'll just wiggle.
Okay.
And that would be bad. You'd come back in 6 days and go, hey, my sewer stopped back up. And I would say, yeah, it's possible. So this is probably where the massive thing of roots were. And then soon we hit cast iron. But yeah, every joint in that asbestos pipe has roots in it.
So you think that asbestos pipe is original?
Yeah.
To the house?
Yeah.
But the cast iron isn't?
Maybe. It doesn't look too new. Let's see. It might be newer. It's pretty round still.
Because when they put the sewer line in, it would have been all one material, right?
Nah, not always. Usually there's a company that does the inside and a company that does the outside. They're not the same plumber. At least they weren't in my house, and most of the companies around here have outside and inside people. But your cast iron looks pretty good. There's really not much going on in it. Most of it's hung above ground underneath your crawl space, I would hope.
Right.
If it's not, that's what would happen to it if it ever failed. Because if you called us and said, hey Dave, get down there, I'd say, sweet, we're going to take your pipe, we're going to bring it above ground, we're going to strap it to the ceiling, then we're going to drop it into the ground at the foundation wall. And you say, sure. Yeah, no, the cast iron looks pretty good. It's just that turns asbestos pipe out there and then that piece of PVC. And I don't know what it looks like out underneath the road. I know it doesn't look good. And so the good thing about you for the road is I don't have to haul in large trucks. I'm only digging a 2-foot spot 2 feet deep. I'm not digging a 20-foot long, 12-foot deep spot. If you're 20 feet long, 12 feet deep, the price would be $30,000 for the road and you go, oh, it's stupid. Alright, it's a dump load of money. The 2-foot spot is going to be a lot less. We still have to pull the VDOT road bond, we still have to have a compaction engineer on site, we still have to mill and pave your asphalt to fix that spot out there. But I don't have to haul in varying trucks to haul out a huge amount of dirt. I can do that with our dump truck because you're not even get to a ton. Maybe 2 2, still fine. And then from there, I can, that same